Hello egoists, today in this video I am going to tell you about some of the hidden details of Blue Lock Season 1 which you might have missed while enjoying it, so let's get started. In the episode 1 when 𝐻𝐥𝐤 was thinking about 𝐁𝐥𝐤 we were shown a picture of 𝐁𝐥𝐤 in which he was about to take a volley shot, but if you see the scene closely you will realize that the ball 𝐁𝐥𝐤 is playing with his 2006 World Cup final football Adidas team 𝐁𝐥𝐤𝐵. Yeah, the same World Cup final where Marco Materazzi got a header on his chest by Zinedine Zidane. Number 2, in the first episode when the camera was zooming out of crowd you will see a girl cheering, but actually it's just a 2-second video which is being played on loop. Number 3, in the first episode when 𝐁𝐥𝐤 was talking about World Cup final, we are shown Japan and Germany in the scorecard. Are we going to ignore the fact that Japan started their World Cup 2022 campaign by defeating Germany only? Number 4, in the first episode when 𝐻𝐥𝐤 was about to shoot 𝐾𝐳 there was a spinning animation in his eyes. This was a reference that 𝐻𝐥𝐤 is now hypnotized and trapped in 𝐁𝐥𝐤's master plan. Number 5, in the second episode when 𝐻𝐥𝐤 was telling 𝐾𝐳 his mistake, we were shown an image as an example, but if you see the image closely then you will realize that in this image there are the players of Team Z only. Let me show you one by one. Chigiri, Raichi, Bachira, Kira, Gagamaru, Naruhaya, Lemon and Imamura, Kunigami, 𝐂𝐤𝐤𝐤𝐿. This was a foreshadowing that Team Z will be playing against each other in future. Number 6, in episode 2 𝐻𝐥𝐤 explains that when 𝐾𝐳 was hit by ball there was still 1 second left to shoot. Lots of you would have thought that 𝐻𝐥𝐤 is being an idiot here because it is impossible to change the game with 1 second remaining. But let me tell you that 𝐻𝐥𝐤 was right. It is actually possible to win with 1 second remaining. The best example of this is the UEFA Champions League 2019 Semi-Final 2 between Tottenham Hotspur and Ajax where Lucas Moura scored the winning goal right 1 second before the additional time was about to end, so technically 𝐻𝐥𝐤 is not wrong. Number 7, when 𝐻𝐥𝐤 was telling 𝐾𝐳 about the time he gave up we are shown another image. Here if you see the score you will see that the score is 2-1, the same score by which Japan defeated Germany and Spain. Number 8, when Bachira was telling about the monster inside him we were shown a scene of Bachira's monster giving him a hand, but if you see the smile of that monster closely then you will realize that the monster's smile is very similar to 𝐻𝐥𝐤's smile. Number 9, in the second episode when the interviewer asks Hitoshi Sai that will he play in the domestic league, Sai answers that he would rather play with college kids in Germany. Maybe Blue Lock's author Muneyuki Kaneshiro has got some serious relation with Germany. Number 10, when 𝐻𝐥𝐤 was naming some of the greatest footballers of the current time, we are shown their animated pictures, but do you know that these are the animation of actual pictures? Number 11, in the fourth episode when we were shown Kunigami as a kid watching a football match, you will see a scorecard whose text is MNU2AVL1, and there is a trophy in the middle of the score. It means that match he is watching is a FA Cup match between Manchester United and Aston Villa. Number 12, in the episode 4 when 𝐻𝐥𝐤 gives an assist to Gagamaru he dives in front to connect a header. I am 100% sure he was trying to score a flying Dutchman goal which was scored by Robin van Persie in 2014 World Cup against Spain. Number 13, in the episode 4 when 𝐻𝐥𝐤 tries to shoot the ball in the net Nico intercepts and changes the trajectory of the ball but Gagamaru manages to convert it into goal but suffers a collision with the goal post. When he collided with the post there was slight vibration in the camera view behind the goal. Check it. It was a nice attention to detail. Number 14, in the additional time of Blue Lock episode 4, we were shown the meals at Blue Lock, but when Kunigami shows his meal Igarashi says Namaste and asks Kunigami whether can they trade dishes. But my question is why Igarashi says Namaste? Because Namaste is a Hindi word which means hello. Number 15, in episode 5 when 𝐻𝐥𝐤 shoots the ball in the top corner there was a vibration in that part. In case you forgot it give it a look. This actually happens in real matches when footballers shoots in the top corner because the camera behind the nets is moved by the vibration. Maybe Blue Lock's animators are also very passionate football fans. Number 16, I found this in the scene where 𝐻𝐥𝐤 and Chigiri were watching the clips of their previous game. I want you guys to see this clip. I just have one question, how they got this clip? It's almost like the camera is on the ground. Number 17, when 𝐂𝐤 comes after taking his long bath Igarashi asks him not to pass out or they will be down to 10 men. Maybe he was not wrong. Number 18, in the scene where Rio is watching football we are shown a picture of a team winning World Cup. Actually this is the German football team winning the 2014 World Cup. I must appreciate how much references they take from real life to make it more enjoyable. Number 19, in episode 8, we saw an amazing ball control by Nagy. But do you know this is a reference to Polish footballer Robert Lewandowski's ball control which he did against Borussia Dortmund in 2019 and 2020 season. Number 20, in the episode 9, Nagy does an awesome bicycle kick against Team Z, but are we going to ignore the fact that Blue Lock predicted Richarlison's World Cup goal? Number 21, in the 9th episode when Bachira passes the ball to Gagamaru he does a scorpion kick, but in case if you think that this doesn't make sense then let me tell you this shot is possible. This shot was initially done by a Colombian goalkeeper Rene Higuita where he kicked the ball by a scorpion kick instead of catching it. Number 22. When 𝐿𝐤𝐷𝐼maru does his scorpion kick for a microsecond, we are shown a black sky. This means that the matches in blue lock takes place in night as well. Number 23. When 𝐁𝐥𝐿 gives a long pass to 𝐁𝐥𝐿, 𝐁𝐥𝐿 uses his back to turn the ball. Do you know that this has been done in lots of official matches? Number 24. When Rio takes the free kick, Lemon stops it, but 𝐁𝐥𝐿 gets to the ball first. But if you see the scene at 0.25x speed, you will see that 𝐁𝐥𝐿 first ran back and then passed through 𝐁𝐥𝐿 and Asahi. But my question is, why didn't he just run straight instead of first running back and going forward? If you know the answer, let me know in the comments. Number 25. This is my favorite attention to detail. When 𝐁𝐥𝐿 chips the ball above defenders, the ball slowly starts to go inside the net, but if you see the scene at 0.25x speed, you will see that there is an air pumping hole in the football. Number 26. When we are shown the pass of 𝐿𝐤𝐷𝐼maru, we are shown 𝐿𝐤𝐷𝐼maru standing alone in the ground, but if you see the balls, you will see that the balls don't have shadows. The animators literally took me to the sky and threw me from there. Number 27. In episode 11, when Ego was talking about the hunger for goals, we were shown the image of some footballers. I believe the first player is Zlatan Ibrahimovic, second is definitely Neymar Jr., and for the third guy, I'm not sure, but I think that he is Luis Suarez. Also, you will see that their jersey colors are red, yellow and green pattern, just like a traffic light, maybe because this is a reference that just like a traffic light is there to make sure you don't do any mistake and cause the life of other. In blue lock, every player has to play properly, he will end up destroying more careers with him. Let me know if I am wrong. Number 28. In episode 12, when 𝐁𝐥𝐿 joins Bachira and 𝐿𝐤𝐷𝐼maru's team, Bachira addresses him as 𝐁𝐥𝐿. I want to tell the reference behind this, but before that, let me give a quick disclaimer. The following point will have a minor spoiler from the basketball anime Kuroko no Basket, so if you don't want the spoiler, skip to the time duration given in the description. In Kuroko no Basket, there was a character named Kissy Ryota who adds 𝐻𝐿 in the name of those who he admire. Maybe this is a reference to him. Number 29. In episode 14, when the game between Nagi Isagibaru and Asahi starts, I noticed something that though is not very major thing, but I believe that the animators who have been paying so much attention to detail will ignore this. If you see the scene where Isagi kicks off the ball to start the game in frames, you will notice that the ball went away before even Isagi touched the ball. I will show you that scene frame by frame. Check it. I don't think this should have been in a show like Blue Lock. Number 30. In the additional time of episode 10, when Kunigami puts an eye drop in eyes, you will see that the eye dropper he is using also a Blue Lock merch. Maybe Ego does not trust other brands. Number 31. In the episode 14, when Nagi scores the second goal, I noticed something. If you see that scene at 0.25x speed, you will see that the ball didn't went inside directly. It first hit the post, then the bar, and then it went inside. Give it a look. Number 32. If you see the blue lock football, you will see that on the ball, blue lock is written and behind it there are cage-like lines and around it there are chain-like drawings. Maybe in this way Ego wants to tell that blue lock is where you will break the chains and cages that are stopping you to be the best striker. Number 33. In the episode 1, when Isagi starts to think hard after Ego told him that you need to become the greatest egoist to become the greatest striker, there was a scene where Isagi was imagining a scenario in which he is standing over 299 players, but if you see the jersey numbers of players, you will see that all the jerseys have number 9, 10 and 11, the same number which most of the best strikers have, but I believe this is incomplete without number 7, maybe because Blue Lock's author knew that the best number 7 in the football history will fail to score in the most intense and important match of his career. Number 34. When 𝐁𝐤𝐿 revealed that he and Team W have traded, that they will allow 𝐁𝐤𝐿 to score 3 goals and in exchange 𝐁𝐤𝐿 will give them the data of Team Z. You must have had a question that why 𝐁𝐤𝐿 didn't ask for 5 or 6 goals. In this way he could have had higher chances of surviving. So according to me the answer is that originally their plan was to do it secretly. First of all, I believe that 𝐁𝐤𝐿 and Team W had a plan that they will take out this mission secretly without anyone noticing. So for that they decided that they will allow 𝐁𝐤𝐿 to score 3 goals because a comeback win while being down by 3 goals is more easy and logical. If they allowed 𝐁𝐤𝐿 to score 5-6 goals, then first of all it will be giving Team Z a hint that something is wrong, as only 𝐁𝐤𝐿 is getting all the chances. And when ball is with 𝐁𝐤𝐿 he is scoring more easily than others. Also, if they allowed 𝐁𝐤𝐿 to score 5-6 goals, then first of all scoring 7 goals in 40-30 minutes would have been pretty silly and difficult, and it would have completely revealed their plan. That's why 𝐁𝐤𝐿 agreed to it, because he thought that there is no way that any player from Team Z will be scoring more goals than him in their last match against the strongest team. So to keep it logical and secret, they agreed on 3 goals only. Number 35. In the 5th episode, when Bachira gives an assist, you will see that ball is going from right to left, but when Isagi is about to take the shot, then instead of going right to left, ball is going from upwards to downwards. It seems like a plot hole, but I believe that I know what mistake the animators made here. When the ball is traveling from right to left, it seems normal from front, but from side view it feels like that the ball is getting smaller. Maybe that's the mistake animators made here. They didn't small the ball and didn't animated the ball spinning anti-clockwise, which made it seem like ball is going from upwards to downwards. Number 36. In the 9th episode, when Nagi shoots the ball, it hits the face of 𝐁𝐥𝐿, but you will see that before Nagi took the shot, 𝐁𝐿 puts his hands behind. He does the same thing when Nagi was about to shoot. This is done by players to avoid handball. Pretty good attention to detail, isn't it? Number 37. In the 10th episode, when 𝐶𝐿's teammates were coming, they were talking something. In subtitles, it was written, right, it's impossible. He says it every time. I believe that they are talking about 𝐶𝐿, as 𝐶𝐿 is always talking about going to nationals. And after the match, his teammates also said that they were just playing along with 𝐶𝐿. So maybe it was already foreshadowed that 𝐶𝐿's teammates are not interested in making it to nationals. Number 38. When Zantetsu shoots the ball, it is saved by Raichi, but it goes back to Nagi. But when Nagi got the ball, he was outside the box, but when Nagi chips the ball, he was right in front of goal. Number 39. In the 13th episode, when Rene shoots the ball, it goes straight to Blue Lock man's head, but in the next scene, ball goes wide left to the Blue Lock man. Was it an animation error or a way too spicy knuckleball? Number 40. In the additional time of Blue Lock episode 5, all the players of Team Z were writing their names on their toothbrushes except Bachira. He drew a dolphin on his toothbrush. In the 19th episode, when we were shown Bachira as a child, we can see dolphin on his t-shirt and hoodies. So basically his obsession with dolphins was from childhood. Pretty interesting. Number 41. In episode 11, I noticed something that most of you wouldn't have. When 𝐶𝐿's teammates were coming, 𝐶𝐿 was standing in front of them, though it seems like he was standing there normally. I found something interesting. If you zoom the image, you will see that 𝐶𝐿 is holding a phone. The color of his hoodie and phone cover are same, due to which most of the viewer didn't notice it. Maybe he was trying to call his teammates. Number 42. In the additional time of Blue Lock episode 22, when we were being shown the glam nature of RU, we were shown Rene as well. But the animators made a mistake here. Instead of Rene's name, they wrote Rio's name. #too much workload. Bonus segment. This one is not a detail, but something interesting I noticed. In the 10th episode, when 𝐶𝐿 declares that now have a football team, he had a paper in his hand. After reading this, I got to know that he wrote a letter to the principal requesting to create a football club. If I ever wrote a letter like this to my principal, the principal would have teared it off and pretended that he never got a letter.